Welcome to the fifth station of the cross. Simon of Cyrene helps Jesus to carry his cross. Jesus had been tried and unjustly condemned to be crucified as a criminal. He was now on the road to Calvary carrying his cross. But under the weight of the cross he had stumbled several times, and it seemed to the Roman soldiers that his strength was beginning to fail. Here we see Jesus' true humanity. He was a man at the end of his endurance. The soldiers started fearing that Jesus would die on the way, robbing them of the humiliating death they had planned for Jesus' death on the cross. They looked around to find someone to help Jesus. In the crowd, there was a man called Simon of Cyrene, a Jew who had traveled in from the country to fulfill his lifelong ambition to come to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover. Palestine was an occupied country, and any citizen could be pressed into service by the Roman government. The sign was a sharp tap on the shoulder by a Roman spear. Simon, who 1 minute had been a spectator watching the horror of a man carrying a cross, with one tap on the shoulder became himself part of the procession, walking to Calvary, helping Jesus by carrying his cross. His heart must have been filled with bitterness towards the Romans and towards this criminal who had involved them in his crime. God can turn even human wrath and mistakes to serve his purpose of salvation. So, as Simon carries the cross for Jesus, his bitterness turns to wonder and faith. In sharing Jesus' burden, he has found Jesus his Savior and his Redeemer. We are all part of God's amazing plan, as shown in this passage from Luke. We all have our part to play in spreading the gospel. Simon and his family became Christians, and he is remembered as the father of Alexander and Rufus, well-known members of the early Christian church. As we reflect on this passage in Luke, we should remind ourselves that we also have our own part to play in contributing to the spread of the gospel. As we follow Jesus and carry his cross, we can be sure that God will use our own small labors within his larger work. Are we ready today to help others carry their crosses? Are we ready to see a suffering Jesus and victims of injustice of our time, the poor and needy, the refugees and those affected by the coronavirus?